We begin with breaking news tonight. Parts of Fremont Street have been shut down all day due to a suicidal man. Officers responded to a pedestrian bridge in the Neonopolis shopping center around 8:45 this morning. The SWAT team has also responded. No word yet on when that area might reopen. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight at 5 o'clock. I'm Sasha Loftus. Also breaking tonight, one person is dead and 4 are still fighting to survive after a shooting at a Southern California church. We are expecting a press conference from the Orange County Sheriff's Department. They say this happened at a Presbyterian church in Laguna Woods. A suspect has been detained here. This is a live look to the area. Now again, a press conference is expected to begin any moment. One person dead, 4 are still fighting to survive after a shooting at a Southern California church. Again, this press conference is set to begin any moment here. We are trying to take this live at the moment. This happened one more time at a Presbyterian church in Laguna Woods. That suspect, police say, has been detained in this particular shooting. No word exactly on what led up to this. We'll go ahead and check back in just a moment. But for now, let's go ahead and switch gears back here at home. Reports of shots fired caused chaos at Lovers and Friends last night. That situation did turn out to be a false alarm, but 3 people were hurt when crowds rushed out of the festival grounds. Madison Kimbrough joins us live near Sahara and Las Vegas Boulevard tonight with more. Madison.
Authorities say a report of gunfire was heard right here, as you can see behind me, at 10 p.m. on festival grounds. The festival initially posted this sign you see here just after 10 p.m. that read, "Attention, we have a security incident at the festival. Authorities are investigating." This, of course, sent concert goers into a frenzy, with large groups of people rushing to leave the venue. After an investigation took place, Metro Police confirmed that there was no evidence of a shooting. People we spoke to say this scare and the heat made for a chaotic night.
I was terrified. Yeah, we saw TLC and we sat down for a minute in between. Usher was going to come on. So I saw lights coming on. My girlfriend was sitting behind me. I looked back at her and then all I know is the crowd just completely pushed forward. I got trampled. Like everybody, we didn't know what was going on.
Police say the 3 people hurt had minor injuries and were taken to the hospital. You're taking a live look now at festival grounds. The Lovers and Friends Music Festival featuring artists like Usher, TLC, and Ludacris is set to conclude tonight. Keep it here at 8 News Now for the latest details. We'll be live at 6 o'clock. Reporting near festival grounds, Madison Kimbrough, Live Local Now.
Madison, thank you again. 1 person dead, 4 still fighting to survive after a shooting at a Southern California church. Let's take this press conference live from the Orange County Sheriff's Department.
Los Angeles, Stephen Galloway, Assistant Special Agent in Charge, ATF, Los Angeles, Lisa Bartlett, Orange County Board of Supervisors, 5th District, and Carol Moore, Laguna Woods Mayor. We will take questions at the conclusion of this press conference. Good afternoon. First and foremost, I want to send our thoughts and prayers to all those that were impacted by this incident. This is a very tragic incident for the victims, their families, and this entire community. I want to start by asking for your patience. Also, as you know, this is an active investigation that's been going on for less than 4 hours. Our investigators are still diligently processing the scene, so we're here to provide as much information as we can at the time. But again, I ask for your patience, and please understand that we're working as quickly as we can to have more details and the information that you're looking for. At about 1:26 p.m. this afternoon, a male subject opened fire here at the Geneva Presbyterian Church in the city of Laguna Woods. 1 person is confirmed deceased at the scene, 4 others are critical, and 1 other victim sustained minor injuries. The injured victims were taken to local hospitals. We currently do not have a status of the injured 4 that are in critical condition. When deputies arrived on scene, they provided immediate medical aid to the victims here at the church. Shortly after, our partners from the Orange County Fire Authority arrived on scene and began providing advanced medical life-saving measures. We're very grateful to the Orange County Fire Authority for their quick response and their ability to provide critical life-saving treatment. The incident happened at a lunch banquet following the morning service. And again, to remind you, this is all very preliminary information. We believe a group of churchgoers detained him and hogtied his legs with an an extension cord and confiscated at least 2 weapons from him. He was detained when the deputies arrived. That group of churchgoers displayed what we believe is exceptional heroism and bravery in intervening to stop the suspect. They undoubtedly prevented additional injuries and fatalities. The suspect was not injured during the incident and was taken into custody. He's believed to be an Asian male adult in his 60s. We don't believe he lives in this area. Investigators are working to determine his city of residence and whether he has any connection to this church or to the congregation. At this time, we do not know what the suspect's motive may be or whether he had an intended target or whether this is even a hate-related incident. Following the incident, the Sheriff's Department Hazardous Device Section utilized bomb canines and swept the church grounds to ensure there were no secondary devices. Members from the Trauma Intervention Program also are on scene to provide crisis counseling to the congregants.
Multiple OCFA resources responded as part of a potential MCI, a mass casualty incident, as part of the active shooter response. Resources included multiple firefighter paramedic units, our specialized mass casualty unit, private ground ambulances, and a helicopter air ambulance. The MCI was declared and our firefighter paramedics quickly triaged, treated, and transported 5 patients. The undersheriff said 4 critical and 1 minor status, and 1 victim was pronounced deceased at the scene. In addition, OCFA chaplains responded to the church and the hospitals. We also have started our critical incident distress debriefing for our OCFA first responders. Our hearts are with the victims, their families, and our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Undersheriff.
Again, that was the Sheriff's Department there in California. They're saying that at 1:30 this afternoon, a man opened fire at Geneva Presbyterian Church in Laguna Woods. 4 people are in critical condition. 1 has died. Another has minor injuries. Now, they say this all happened at a lunch banquet following a morning service at that church. They believe a group of churchgoers actually detained that suspect, tied him up, and took his weapons. Now, that suspect, they say, was not hurt. He is a man in his 60s. According to sheriff's deputies, they are working to determine where he is from. They don't believe he lives in the Laguna Woods area. No word on a motive here. Now, again, this is the 2nd mass shooting here in the United States this weekend. We will, of course, continue to follow this as this story develops. You are taking a live look to the area now. Now, people in Buffalo, New York are also mourning and searching for answers 1 day after a mass shooting left 10 people dead and 3 hurt. This happened at a supermarket in a predominantly black neighborhood. The 18-year-old suspect is in custody and on suicide watch. Police say it took less than 2 minutes for officers to arrive and force that gunman, who was live streaming the rampage, to surrender. Federal agents have interviewed his parents and are calling this a racially motivated hate crime.
The evidence that we have uncovered so far makes no mistake that this is an absolute racist hate crime.
Investigators say he traveled about 200 miles to get to that supermarket, and they're working to confirm the authenticity of an online hate-filled manifesto. Back here in Las Vegas, it is heating up out there. We got dangerously close to those triple digits today, and tonight we do have team coverage for you. Jeremy J. Ford is at Craig Ranch Park, but first, Sally Jaramillo joins us in the Weather Center with the latest on this. Sally, it was warm today.
That's right, Sasha. Sun, clouds, and very warm out there. We are tracking your weather now. We want to let you know Las Vegas coming in at 98 degrees. So far, 2 degrees warmer than yesterday's high. Check it out, though. Some areas of town like Nella is actually reaching those triple digits right now. But we're still waiting to see if the Las Vegas Valley could potentially increase 1 degree warmer or even 2, giving us those triple digits for today, the first since September. Air quality, that ozone still remaining in the moderate reading. Everything else will be in the good standing. So for tonight, that lunar eclipse definitely going to be tracking some partly cloudy conditions, temperature-wise dropping to 84 degrees around 11 p.m. Coming up, we'll talk more about those abnormally warm temperatures that still linger for your work week. Afternoon breezes will be possible, and then a pattern change later down the week. Over to Jeremy.
That's right. I'm here at Craig Ranch Regional Park in North Las Vegas. And as you guys can see over my left shoulder, children and adults are having a whole lot of fun in this triple-digit weather, playing in the splash pad and staying cool.
My little ones like to get out here in the water and jump around, feel free.
Local resident Martell Foster brought his family to the park to enjoy the rising temperatures. He tells me when getting out in the heat, it's very important to stay hydrated.
We come out with at least about 4 waters. We have a water before we leave. It's important to get out before 12 o'clock because the peak of the temperature rises right around that time.
Which is why Joshua Da Silva also decided to start his day in the sun by taking safety precautions.
I drink lots of water. Gallon every single day, like you're supposed to. Stay under the shade and really just taking a break.
Very important measures when playing in the heat.
If you don't drink a lot of water, you can, it's really dangerous. The sun, it's dehydrate you. You end up in the hospital.
In North Las Vegas, Jeremy J. Ford, live local now.
A traffic alert tonight. Southbound US 95 is closed today between MLK and Las Vegas Boulevard. It shut down early this morning for paving work and won't reopen until tomorrow morning at 5. Good news, the massive project along that freeway is said to be ahead of schedule, but of course, avoid the area for now. Coming up next here this Sunday, as our city continues to expand, one part of town is really booming. How growth in the Southwest Valley is big for businesses in the area. Sally.
Sunny and above normal temperatures will continue for the work week, along with afternoon breezes. Your full forecast up ahead. You're watching 8 News Now at 5. We are live local now.